2010's God of War 3 was a good ending to the original trilogy, and while we all know this wasn't the ending of Kratos' story, this still was a nice send-off. Man, I cannot believe it's been more than a decade since this game had released. So, taking place immediately after the events of God of War 2, Kratos, along with the Titans, they're going to Mount Olympus in order to kill the Greek gods, and for Kratos to finally have his vengeance. And not just that, but Kratos also has to find a young child named Pandora because without her, he cannot open Pandora's box and defeat the Olympian gods once and for all. And from there, it's one of the best video games from the early 2010s. And sure, while the story could have been a little bit better in my opinion, this is still a overall fun and entertaining video game. Now, the new weapons and upgrades, they are fun just like they were in the previous two installments. And this game has a lot of replay value as well. And of course, I cannot forget about the epic soundtrack of this video game. Certainly one of the best soundtracks I ever heard. And I highly recommend you check it out if you never heard the music because it is certainly worth the effort. At the end of the day, while this video game isn't perfect, it certainly is a fun and exhilarating ride. Now, as far as the story is concerned, it's alright. It's still the same mode of vengeance. Like, that's what happened in the previous two installments. Like, Kratos is still that angry young man who wants to just kill the Greek gods and get his revenge once and for all. Like, say what you will about the 2018 game and Ragnarok, but at least Kratos, he's more calmer in those games. But in here, still that angry man and just want to destroy everything. Overall, though, I thought the rivalry coming to a head between Kratos and Zeus, that was a nice send-off. And then Athena being in this video game along with Kratos just taking on all the Olympian gods. The graphics look amazing. Like, seriously, they're some of the best in the franchise up to that point. And they could have ended the series here. They had to make the two other God of War games afterwards. Well, technically there was another one, Ascension, but that was a prequel. Anyway, I thought that as far as the 2010 game is concerned, it still plays well today. Overall, this is not the weakest in the franchise, but certainly not the best either. Like God of War 2, that was the best game in my opinion. But simply being, this is still a fantastic game, and quite frankly, it actually got a remaster a few years ago. One thing I would say is that if you haven't played this, check it out, especially if you're a God of War fan. It may not be the best in the overall franchise up to that point, but it's still a fun, entertaining time regardless. I'm giving this video game an 8 out of 10. Now, this one is not for everybody. The extreme violence will put off a lot of people, and there is some nudity in this game, but overall, for the most hardcore players out there, this game is right up their alley. It is interesting that Santa Monica had changed the gameplay significantly after this installment. Like in the other two God of War games of 2018 and Ragnarok, he has a son. Kratos is more peaceful. And it's a good thing they did change the formula because it would have became redundant, it would have became stale. So basically, God of War 3 is the end of an era as it was the end of the hack and slash gameplay. And this franchise needed an overhaul after this installment in order to keep things new and exciting. Hats off to the voice cast of this game. They did an amazing job, especially Terrence C. Carlson coming back for his 4th time voicing Kratos. And nothing against Christopher Judge. He does an amazing job voicing Kratos in the current God of War games. But Terrence C. Carlson always brought that rage and emotion to Kratos' voice. And that's something I still appreciate even all these years later. And also hats off to Santa Monica Studio. They did such an amazing job rounding out this original trilogy. And this video game will still be remembered many years from now. And that's my review of God of War 3. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section. And let me know what you think about this video game. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.